Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to teach you how to improve your speed of play. So if you find yourself in certain situations on the pitch, such as getting the ball and not knowing what to do with it, or getting the ball and immediately losing it, stick around and I'll show you how to increase your speed of play and not get yelled at by your teammates and coaches. It's actually much simpler than you think. I'm gonna give you actual practical autistic advice that you can use immediately, not some hypothetical bullshit other YouTubers tell you, such as, oh, you need to make smarter and quicker decisions, bro, and whatnot. So first of all, what is speed of play? It is your ability to play the game fast, simple as that. So if you get the ball, look around and then think, what are you gonna do? You're gonna struggle because the defenders are going to close in on you and take the ball away before you even attempt to make your move. The thing is that the game is becoming faster and faster, and you will see this firsthand if you go play at a higher level. One of the biggest differences between first and second division, for example, is probably the speed of play. Of course, there are other factors, but speed of play is a huge one in my opinion. You need to know exactly what you're gonna do before you actually receive the ball. Now, there are two ways that you can do that. Number one, and this is what every other YouTuber tells you to do, is to observe the game and think ahead. Now, this is good advice, of course, but the problem is that it takes time to actually get in the habit of reading the game and getting comfortable doing it at a high level. There is a better way to actually improve your speed of play, and I'll reveal it to you in a minute, a bit later in the video. So let's go back to the first step. So before you actually receive the ball, observe where are the defenders, your teammates, and think, what is my best solution at this situation? Should I pass the ball or should I dribble or whatever? Now, you should be doing this regardless. Now the other way is to buy time when you receive the ball. Now, what does that mean? The biggest mistake I see players make is that when they receive the ball, they stop it on the spot. They stop the ball basically and then they look around trying to determine their next move. There's a much simpler solution to your speed of play issues, and all you have to do, you just have to use something that I call directional first touch. All you have to do is receive the ball into the open space. So instead of stopping the ball dead, you take a touch in whichever direction is the most logical at this situation. This touch could just be into open space or maybe away from the defender. This way you give yourself more time to think what you're gonna do next. So it all comes down to improving your directional first touch. Now, how do you do this? Well, we'll go into the drills a little later in the video, but first I want you to observe what the top class players do. So this is the secret to improving your speed of play. Now I'm gonna give you some drills that you can practice to improve your directional first touch and consequently your speed of play. Number one is the receive to the side. This is a great drill to practice receiving the ball into the open space. Think of the cone as the defender you're trying to get away from and just take a touch away from it. I really suggest that you master this one because if you want to play at the highest level, you really need to master your directional first touch, and this drill is the perfect way to do it. Number two, we have a hexagon receiving drill. Just set up cones in a hexagon shape and receive the ball towards them. Start inside in the middle and try to take a perfect touch into each direction. This drill is particularly good because you're not just receiving the ball in one direction, but in 6 different directions. This should really cover most game situations. Number 3 is the behind the cone passing. Now you may think this is not really a directional first touch drill because you're not really taking a touch into open space, but actually this is a great drill to improve your speed of play for 2 reasons. Number 1, it serves as a foundational drill for all other first touch drills, and number 2, you gotta understand that just a small touch can sometimes be enough to buy that 1 second in the game to get you to make a better decision. This is another drill that you absolutely have to master if you want to play at the highest level. Okay, so there you have it, the blueprint for improving your speed of play. As you could see, one of the main things about your speed of play is your first touch. So if you really struggle with the speed of play, you should really be working on your first touch because, as I mentioned, your speed of play may be one of the biggest determining factors whether you make it in football or not. So if you're really serious, click below in the description for our first touch and passing training program. In there you have weekly directional first touch training sessions and more, such as ground first touch, turns, and of course passing. So check it out if you want to. There's also a free 30 training sessions PDF. In there are also some directional first touch training sessions. This is it for the video, and I will see you in the next one.